What's up, guys? This is Boondocks, and after doing a little bit of reading online, I think I figured out how to unlock extra decks. I am also playing Magic 2015, obviously, and I also read why these menus are so fucking annoying. Because this was designed more for console use than computer use, or even touchscreen use. Because on a console, you just press left and right and instantly scroll through everything instead of having to do like this whole fucking drag and release shit. What I read online is that if you explore an area, there's a chance for you to unlock decks. I'm not sure if this is going to get me in combat or not. I'm presuming that it will. Let's see. Clues lead you to a haunted mansion guarded by hostile elusive ghosts. Continue. So this feels like combat, definitely. So I will stick with this hand. It's not the best. But no, I am going to draw again. Okay, this is a little bit worse, though I do have the goblins. So I'm going to keep this hand. Start off as such. I'll probably play the Kiln Fiend, just in case. Ghosts, typically flying, blue, and annoying. Well, I wish I had him before. Oh well. I'm going to put him down. Next turn, I'm going to play this guy first. Followed by this, even though it won't really help me, per se, he'll get bumped up to a 2-2. Or, yeah, 2-2. Or, sorry, 5-2. And then I'll be able to swing through for a decent amount of damage. Oh, I didn't get any more mana, unfortunately. So instead, I'll just play this. He'll bump up to a 5-2. And then I can go a little ape shit. Or 4-2. Oh yeah, because it's only +3 and he starts out as a 1-2. So I do get to do 4 damage right away, and right there, target creature gets -1, -0 until end of turn, and draw a card. So I only do 3 damage, and he gets an extra draw, which sucks for me, and I really need mana. Please give me manas. Pretty much any turn at the beginning where you don't get to play a mana is a turn you're back. And once again, no mana. Is this red sorcery? Nope, just any instant or sorcery. So, zoom out. I'm going to continue. And I'm going to attack with all. Can't play. Okay, so I got to set the attack first. Now, pause that. Put this on the Kiln Fiend. Guess I could have put it on another guy, but it's relatively pointless. Put 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying on the battlefield, so he's going to block me down. Shitty. I should have put it on another guy. I didn't think that was an instant, sadly. So that was definitely a waste of a turn, and he's got out a 1/1 flyer. Oh well. Flying, 3/1 flyer. Great. So he can easily swing for 4 damage against me, which is pretty damn shitty. The only nice thing about ghosts is they're very not defensive. So I'm just going to keep swinging into him and hope to try to take out most of his blockers. Oh, I got a little bit more mana. And I am going to put out the Firecat first. Even though technically this guy would have been better to play and then play the Firecat in the next turn, but whatever. I am going to attack with all. He's probably going to block down this guy if he blocks down anything. Yep, which is fine because now his 3/1 flyer dies, or it doesn't because now he's a 1/2. God, or 0/2. Awesome. So I lost a creature and only got through 2 damage without killing off his 3/1 flyer. I did check the difficulty setting that I've had it on, and I have had it set to Archmage, which is fine. Okay, so he does 4 damage to me. Next turn, I'll be able to do 6 damage to him. And I guess the race might be on? Nope, flying. It must have been sent into the battlefield. You may tap target creature. So it's kind of pointless because it'll still untap next turn. but he does have a flyer that will be able to kill that guy off, which is overall pretty shitty. Primal Hunt Beast. So that'll be good in a bit. Right now, I'm just going to try to get through as much damage as possible. This is a little bit of a waste, but I feel in the long run it might help considerably. That was a waste though, because I pretty much put out +1/+1 counters and then got rid of them instantly. But I want to try to outpace. That's my main goal right now, is outpacing. Alright. Enchant creature, and creature has flying. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt by enchanted creature. So that's fine though, because now I actually have a flying blocker that can't be hurt. And that's pretty excellent in my opinion. So I'm first going to play this guy. Play this on my feral cat. And attack. Obviously, this is not going to go through, but I will kill his little flying creature. And I now have a flying blocker thanks to him, which is pretty excellent in my opinion. Tap target creature. Doesn't untap during the controller's next untap step. Okay, that's kind of a pointless creature to play that on, fortunately. I mean, he probably should have just played it on this guy, in all honesty. So, I am going to put out my Pitchburn Devils. Tap target creature. Thanks. Thanks. So now he will have a flyer. I am going to attack. He's probably going to kill off that creature, but I'll at least be able to kill off his flyer and hopefully put him back just a little bit. Main thing here is I just got to try to take out as many of his creatures as possible and hopefully draw into something big for myself. I'm kind of both trying to outpace him and try to outlast. So once again, he's going to tap target creature. Sadly, this guy won't untap next turn, nor will this dude. Enchant creature. Enchant creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. When enchant creature becomes the target of a spell, sacrifice Spectral Prison. Okay. So that could help me eventually, but it sucks because now I don't get my happy little Wonder Killer. And he has more flyers, which is shit. Okay, just gonna try to get out as much as possible real fast. And once again, I am going to sacrifice creatures in the hopes of killing some of his. Okay, so he takes 1 damage. That's fine. Fortunately, he won't be able to remove or prevent my 1 creature from attacking, which is very helpful. Though he might be able to get out enough 1/1 flying creature tokens to block him down and kill it. At least then I'll remove a bunch of enemies from his side of the field. Plus now my flyer will be back, which is good. And once again, I'm just going to attack with all. I could pretty much say bye to my Primal Hunt Beast. But, this is so risky. So risky. Plus side, he's down to 5. I only have 1 creature that I can attack with, and it's pretty puny. I do have my flying blocker, which is excellent. And hopefully he just doesn't have all that much left, because he's top decking just as I am. So I am going to skip attack. Which sucks because, you know, it gives him one more turn to start coming back at me. But what do we got? Flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. That's pretty shit. I wouldn't mind getting a fight ability or a fight spell to play on this and take out something. Okay, so +3/+0 and has first strike. So that's going to go on this guy immediately. And I'm going to attack with him. The only way for them to kill him off is to have both these creatures block it down, which would be very helpful. He's only going to use that one, which is odd, because now that's dead, even though that was going to be a form of control against me. So, I'm not sure if I would have made that same choice. And top decked mana. Awesome. Okay, just play that, I guess. Why not? And attack with my Timberland Guide. Perfect. So I took out his last creature, and next turn, assuming he doesn't get any more creatures out, I'll be able to swing for the win and see if I get a new deck. And he top decked mana again, so it's game. Perfect. So I'll play that afterwards in case something really crazy happens, which I don't see happening. There's no reason to take the time to cast another spell when I can just swing for the win anyway. And there we go. Let's see what I unlocked. I'm really hoping I can get a deck, since I'm getting kind of bored with what I got so far. So, let's see. New booster unlocked. That's it? I want a fucking deck. Piece of shit. Maybe I gotta keep exploring Innistrad. Like, I don't want to keep doing that, though. I did get a Mentor of the Meek, though, and that's pretty badass. And this is pretty badass to go with it. Could possibly build a white human deck. So I feel like this game's definitely built to reward you from continuous play, but that's gonna get so boring. I just wanted to sort of beat the game and then build decks afterwards. But it gets so boring playing the same deck over and over and over again. So, I mean, it's kind of like a catch-22, because I know in my previous playthroughs of the Magic games, I've complained that the deck building was very limited to their base decks coupled with whatever else you can get. I honestly think the reason that this is set up this way, and I'll show you, I feel like it's set up this way purely to try to get people to pay extra money. Because if I come back out here and go to the shop, and this is kind of depressing because they really turn this more into a play to win now. Even worse than, say, Hearthstone. And the reason I say Hearthstone's pay to win is because you can pay a shit ton at the beginning and get a bunch of cards that are really good by getting a bunch of decks. As you see, right here you can go into card collections. Unlock all collections for $10. Or you can unlock singles decks for $1. So I guess that's the whole card collection or something. I'm not totally sure. I'm not sure if they just give you flat decks outright or if they just give you a shit ton of cards to then build with. I'm actually tempted to purchase it, which kind of sucks. And over here you can buy boosters. Each one comes with 10 powerful cards, usable in campaign and PvP. So the fact that it's PvP makes it play to win, or pay to win, and you can put up 12 at a time. I'm not sure if that means you can only buy 12 total. So otherwise, you know, I'd assume that if you could buy more than 12, the little scrolly bar would come all the way to like 100. Because more money. Wizards of the Coast obviously likes money. That's why they keep making card sets constantly and then getting rid of them. And I'm assuming foils are just stickers. Converts 100 of your favorite cards in your collection to premium foils with these foil stickers. I'm thinking that's how you get those like cool animations inside the cards and that type of thing. But to me, that's kind of pointless. I used to actually trade foils, like underpowered foils, to foil collectors for really powerful cards, which is part of the reason why I loved when I got them. Even if the foil was relatively what you would call weak, I could still trade them away at a higher value to foil collectors. I used to give away foil lands though because I don't like them. The reason I don't like foils is as you play with them, the shit that's inside that makes them foil will actually start to cause the card to like bend inward on itself, which can be counteracted by putting it in a sleeve. But sleeves get expensive when you have multiple decks. So, yeah. And it's against the rules to play with cards that have visual tells. Anyway, the Merfolk Planeswalker, Kiora, seeks the biggest monsters of the multiverse's seas. She's found some lovely specimens on Theros. Won't you take a look? Sure, bitch. Let's go. Okay. So, once again, not a great hand, though I do have Active Treason and a Wandering Wolf. To start it off, I am going to draw new cards. And these do not help me very much. I should really get rid of this card. I mean, yeah, the power is pretty nice, and it's helped me win with the whole, like, chop, or the keeping him out on the field to make it seem like he was going to be a really big first strike blocker during that one fight, but other than that, it's just kind of annoying. I'm also annoyed that I don't have any real counters to flying. Is this a dual land? What the fuck was that? Yes, it's a dual land that does not come in tapped. So that's pretty interesting. Those are some old school cards right there. The Tropical Island. I have a few of those from way back when I was a kid. Just like they used to have the Ice Age where they had snow-covered lands, and that would apply to certain cards, like going off on snow-colored. So I wish he was a beast. He's not, sadly. So instead, I'm going to play another mountain and get him out. So that way, hopefully on the next turn, I might be able to actually swing through for 4 damage. I doubt it, because I'm giving her a lot of turns to come back against me. And that's pretty shitty. I got a little bit of a stretch going there. Okay, when Man of War enters the battlefield, return target creature to its owner's hand. Go fuck yourself. It's also a 2/2, which is unfortunate. Okay, that's fortunate though. Basically, I am going to play him, and then next turn play my Advocate of the Beast and start bumping it up. And if this person gets out a seriously detrimental card, oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? Wow. Man, that's just frustrating right there. Alright, so let's try this again, I guess. Damn it. If I had 6 mana instead of 5, I would have played these two. Sadly, I don't. And it's probably going to be another Man of War. No, it's not. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal these cards and put them on the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand. Shuffle your library, then scry 1. So that's pretty decent. All things considered, it gives you a little bit of deck management, as well as getting a mana cost out and getting an extra to your hand. Overall, I would say that's a win. It's not attacking, which is pretty nice for me. Though I would have preferred to get just a little bit more mana. Oh well. I am going to skip attacking because they will just kill my beast creature off, and I don't feel like having that happen. He does become a 6/4 though. Probably going to play another Man of War and bounce it back to my goddamn hand though. Which definitely will suck, but oh well. Nope, she's going to do a little bit more, grab a little bit more mana, scry a little bit more, sure. Okay, so, I got that, I have choices. I'm going to play this, and I will attack with this guy and try to bait out a double block so that way I can Titanic Growth on him and kill off both those Mana Warders and be able to start swinging through nice and cleanly on the following turns. So I'm going to attack here. You know what, I'm going to attack with all. And then base off of this, who I'm going to use Titanic Growth on. Okay, stop timer. Titanic Growth right there. And that'll kill off all my enemies without dying myself. And I'll still get through 6 damage, which is awesome. So I really don't mind this deck all that much. It's got some decent synergy. I would like to have a little bit more like land grabs or draw cards. So I might try to incorporate that in a little bit later. But for now, it seems to be doing justice, I guess. And I can attack for a shit ton of damage this turn. Let's see. Tap up to 3 targeted creatures. Never mind, I'm not doing any damage this turn. But he now becomes a 8/6. So very quickly, this creature, a Marauding Molehorn, is becoming devastating. Draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. I really want to know what the hell she's building up to. Chances are it'll be screwed though, because if it's something really drastically huge, I can just, assuming it doesn't have what am I looking for? Assuming it doesn't have Hexproof or Shroud, I'll be able to just gain control of it and then win. But I should actually win this turn. Attack with all. Attack. So I should have an overkill of 3 and be able to finish her off, no problem. Right there. Easy. Alright, let's see what I win. Probably just another Theros booster. At least like the boosters, when you do open them, they come with a pretty considerable number of cards. I'm just going to jump to the end. This is how I usually open up my decks too. I ignore all the basic cards, go straight to the end. Let's see what we got. Okay, flying. When he enters battlefield, scry 2. That's pretty decent. He's expensive though for only being a 4/4. Creatures with the power of less than the number of islands you control can't block Kraken of the Straits. That's pretty cool. I don't like the picture though. It doesn't look like a Kraken. Up to 2 target creatures each turn get +1, +0, and first strike until end of turn. Okay, that's decent. I'm not really sure. Well, it is a casting cost of 1. Or spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of Oros, put a +1/+1 counter on Hero of Iros. I guess you'd say his name's Iros. I don't know. I'm not exactly great at the pronunciational thingies. Okay, this guy. Army of the Returned. Sure. Let's give it a shot, and then win or lose, this will be the last fight for this episode. So, Tamaret commands a phalanx of the dead who refuse to stay in the underworld. Why should I allow you to stop such an efficient killer? He demands. If you seek the Oracle, come and take her. Okay. Let's see what this guy can put out on me. So, this hand can go either way because I can get a lot of creatures out, which will then let me put down my Siege Worm relatively early. He'll only cost me 4, assuming I don't let any of my other creatures die. Plus I have the Lightning Talons, which is awesome in my opinion. So I am going to keep this hand and see what happens. I definitely need to draw a little bit more mana though. By a little bit, I mean a pretty decent amount. At least 2 more. At least 2 more. That is not going to be helping. Sadly. Not sure how fast this guy is going to ramp up, but he's clearly a red-black deck. Whenever another creature dies, tap Fleshmore Steed. Okay. So depending on what I can draw here, and that's not going to be nearly as helpful as I was hoping, but I'm going to put this out. And he might still attack, even with only having the 2/2. Was it tap or on tap? Yep, he is going to attack. I'm going to let it come through, sadly. Yeah, it's tap. That's a 2/2 for a casting cost of 2, and then having that negative a side effect. It's kind of odd, I would say. So, I need 1 more mana. That'll drop this casting cost down to 3, and then I'd be able to play him as well. So I am going to... Well, I should have attacked, actually, and been able to do 3 damage. That was pretty stupid of me. Probably also going to let through this attack once again. Basically, my whole goal here is to try to get out my Siege Worm. Okay, so you got another one of those weird bastards. That's fine. Oh man, no more mana. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I need 1 more, and then I could start trying to ramp up a little bit here. Merchant enters the battlefield. Each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life losses. Wow, awesome. Great. So that's going to do a pretty considerable chunk to me. And he's up to 4. Man, I'm getting mana blocked so bad. Like, if I don't start getting shit soon, I'm just going to get railroaded. And... okay. Gonna put that on fucking Goblin. Whatever. So now I'll at least be able to block 1 thing down. So skip attack. Ugh, man. Destroy a target untapped creature. Goodbye. Okay, well, that's game, sadly. So I am going to just end the video here. So see you next time, guys. Good luck. Have fun. Peace.